MASN's coverage of the 2023 winter meetings is brought to you by your Baltimore area Toyota dealers. For legendary safety and reliability, choose Toyota, and let's go places. Well, pleasure to be joined now here in Nashville at winter meetings by Orioles assistant GM Eve Rosenbaum. Eve, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So you obviously have a lot of experience working with Mike, working with Sig. How valuable is that kind of chemistry in the front office at a time like this at winter meetings?
Yeah, it's great because you spend so much time with these people, not just at the winter meetings, but all year. I mean, we're all working 80 hours a week, every week. Yeah, except maybe between Christmas and New Year. So just people you get along with, you can joke with, you can talk about things that aren't baseball. It's really nice.
Eve, one of the pleasures of covering the Orioles the last couple of years has been the character of the veteran players who came into that clubhouse, from Jordan Lyles to Kyle Gibson, Adam Frazier, James McCann was here today. These are quality people who obviously fit in quickly. So when you're looking to add a player, there's all these stats, there's all this data, but character and the quality of person, how does that play into it?
Yeah, it's huge. We try to do as much research as we possibly can. And that's something that you can't necessarily see in the numbers. We're a very quantitative team, so we use a lot of data and analytics. But we also do a lot of our own research, talking to other people in the industry who maybe had a player in the past, talking to our players who know someone. Just baseball's a small world, and so we like to dig around and find out as much as we can about the quality of players. So like when we brought in McCann, when we brought in Gibson, we know they were going to be positive influences. And that's definitely something that we seek out, and I think it paid off, just like you said. I think it really helped bring the clubhouse together.
Now, a lot of high-quality people that have contributed to winning, and the Orioles have really been winning on the margins, too. If you look at a big reason for the success last year, it's guys like Ryan O'Hearn, like Danny Coulomb, moves that were made that, maybe we didn't make a ton of at the time, and then they really turn into excellent players for you guys. How do you think Baltimore has been able to find an advantage somewhere where you're able to evaluate a player and see some untapped potential there, or maybe just get more out of them that another team wasn't able to?
Yeah, I think between the combination of our analytics, the various models that we have, and then our scouts and our scouting analysts, people who are seeing players in person and people who are watching players on video and just really digging in and diving into players, we're able to identify players who we think will be particularly successful in our park, or where we have a role that someone could very easily step into. So with O'Hearn, we thought that he didn't get a lot of playing time in Kansas City, that he was available, he's left-handed, that works with our park. We could pair him with Ryan Mountcastle, who hits right-handed, so that seemed like a really perfect fit. And then with Coulomb, we're always looking for bullpen help. You can never have too much pitching. He never really caught on with the Twins, and then he was available. We saw some stuff about his stuff, so about his pitches, where we thought he had taken a step forward at the end of spring training last year. And we said, yeah, why not? Let's try it out, see if it carries through. And it carried through all year. So it's just a combination of the people doing the research and then the numbers, and we think we're able to find, little players who will make us better.
Eve, there was some kind of exciting news yesterday when Mike mentioned the strong possibility that Jackson Holliday could make the opening day roster. I mean, wow, that gets Birdland's attention. His performance got Birdland's attention. As you guys looked at this kid from pre-draft to now, beyond the numbers, which we all can see, what do you like about him? What makes this kid special?
Yeah, he knows baseball through and through. Obviously, his family, the bloodlines, he knows what to expect in the major league grind. I think that catches a lot of players by surprise. Just even going from high school ball to college ball to then the minor leagues to then the majors. Each time it's physically more demanding, it's mentally more demanding. The PR and the media demands are higher, as you know. And so I think it can catch a lot of people by surprise and take some time to adapt. But with someone like Jackson, because of his upbringing, we think he'll have an easier transition for that, so he can spend more time focusing on his statistics, on his on-field play.
Now, you mentioned kind of, scouting players, having conversations with them. This offseason, obviously the conversation surrounding the Orioles has been very different from years past. How different have those conversations been when you're talking to, potential trade targets, potential free agents, seeing if they would be a good fit in Baltimore?
Yeah, so I think our number one focus this year, and it's no secret, is to make the team better on field for next year. We want to try to repeat, get into the playoffs. It might be hard to build on 101 wins because 101 wins is just so spectacular, but we have every expectation that we're going to be taking this team back to the playoffs, so we want to make our current major league team better. So that's 100% of our focus. Whereas maybe in the past, we might be more focused on someone who a minor league free agent who might have the chance to move up and be good for us in the next couple of years. We had more of a longer term view. We always want to take the long term view in baseball because you want to be winning and sustain that winning. But our number one thing is focusing on guys who can make us better for this upcoming season.
Eve, in terms of, I want to use the word, I guess, recruitment of players. You're looking at players. You're trying to entice them. They're trying to sell you, I guess, in some respects, too. Has any of that changed in the last few years as the game keeps evolving with data and analytics and everything?
Yeah, I think players now, if it's a free agent and we're making our pitch to the free agent, a lot of times free agents will ask us, hey, what can you do to make me better? In addition to the coaches who you have, who I'm going to be talking to every day, they want to know what tools we have. We want to know what data we look at. A lot of the players, in particular pitchers, they go to Driveline. They want to know if our programs are similar to what they might get at a more analytically forward-facing place like Driveline. So I think, it's gone both ways. As the teams have gotten more analytical, the players have wanted to engage with that as well.
Well, a lot of reasons to be excited about the Orioles here at winter meetings, and Eve Rosenbaum, Orioles assistant GM, helping to lead the charge. Eve, thank you so much for joining us.
Cool. Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Eve.